Hi, I'm Clyde. I'm going to show you how to make your first KaiSoo visual novel for $15. The $15 is going to be used to buy TyranoBuilder. It's a drag and drop tool. It's very easy to make a visual novel with it. Not only will it make a visual novel, but it'll export it into HTML, which means that people don't have to download it in order to play it. They can just play it in their browser. It's good. Let's go. So you go to TyranoBuilder.com. On the top right hand corner, click on Buy Now. You buy it through Steam. Okay, that means that you need to start a Steam account, install Steam, do the credit card stuff, all that jazz. Alright, I've already done that. This is what the Steam front page looks like sometimes. Then you go to Library, Software. Here's TyranoBuilder because we bought it. We're going to say Launch. Here's TyranoBuilder. We're going to start a new project. Our new project is going to be called KaiSoo Visual Novel. Make sure not to put any spaces in, any periods, any dashes, nothing like that, just letters and numbers. Okay? Then click Next. We're going to have a visual novel, which is already clicked. Next. Landscape, 960 by 640, already clicked. Click Next. Don't worry about that. Click Next, or Create New Project. Okay, your new project was successfully created. Okay. Here we are. If you play it from now, then this previews the entire scene, this previews the entire game. This saves your project. So, let's see what happens when we preview the scene. This is what it looks like before you've done anything, okay? It's got a placeholder. Alright, so we're going to delete that, and now we need to put another picture in because we want a background, but we want it to be our own background. Now, in order to do this, I'm using a program called GIMP. GIMP can be found if you type in GIMP in Google. You can use your own image editing software, whatever. GIMP is free. I like it, so I'm going to use it. Alright. So, where are my pictures? So I got some pictures here. I'm going to go ahead and drag the dressing room in here. Now, I don't actually have to change anything about this, but I'm going to drag this in for later. I'm going to show you why later. So you don't actually have to drag that in, but I'm going to do it later. So then going back to TyranoBuilder, we go to Resources, click on Backgrounds, the background icon, click on Add File, we're adding a background in, and all we do is just drag our file up into this box and drop it. Okay, then we close this. Now dressing room has appeared in our list of backgrounds, so we can just drag this, put it under here. Now we have a dressing room. So when we press play, we have a dressing room instead of a classroom. Voila. Okay, next we need a character. So I got some photos here. Now the reason I wanted to drag this in here was so I could kind of see how big the photos will be. So we're going to put Jongin in. So I'm going to drag Jongin in. There he is. Then he's kind of small, so let's make him bigger. Now this tool right here is the scale tool. It's like a little rectangle in a big square. You click on that, and now I'm going to click on this little chain thing so that he doesn't get weird proportions. And I'm just going to make him about the size I think he's going to need to be in the visual novel. That looks about right. So I'm going to say scale. Okay. Now I'm going to click on the lasso tool up here in the left hand corner, and then I'm just going to cut around Jongin. It's going to be messy because I'm just trying to be fast. You might want to draw your own pictures. It'd probably be a good idea. Give it some style. Right now I'm just trying to be fast. Alright, now make sure that Jongin up here and on the right hand, that layer is clicked on, and then go to Edit. On the left hand, go to Edit, go to Cut, okay, then go to Edit, then say Paste As, New Image. There's our Jongin. Now notice all these checkers? That means that that's transparent. That means that we'll see it cut out. So we're going to save this file. We're going to say File, Export, not Save, Export. And then, now let's suppose this said Untitled .jpg. It might say that. Okay. If it says anything, it doesn't matter. We're going to type Jongin.png. P as in pineapple, N as in no, G as in giraffe. And then we're going to say export. Export. The reason we want to use PNGs is because they have that transparent layer. That's really important. So let's go ahead and do DO. So I'm going to go back to my dressing room area, and you can. I'm gonna hit that I to make the Jongin thing disappear, and then we're gonna drag DO onto this layer. Okay, and we're gonna pretty much do the same thing. Now he's a pretty good size, so I clicked on this compass tool to move him around. He's a pretty good size, so I'm just gonna cut him out. So I used the lasso tool, and I'm just gonna cut DO out. That hair, you know, you gotta get all the hair. Alright. And then we're going to say edit, cut. Then we're going to say edit, paste as, new image. There's our DO. File. Oh no, that's not what I meant to do. File, export. Highlight all that. do.png. Export. Okay. So now we need to find those. I accidentally put them in the wrong place. Let me just go ahead and drag these into there. Okay. So now we need to put these into the actual TyranoBuilder project. The way we do, so we go back to TyranoBuilder, and where it says components, resources, scenes. We click on resources, then we click on the character icon, character manager, then click on the character name up here. We're going to add Jongin. Click on add. We're going to add DO. DO. Click on add. Now click on Jongin down here, and this little box appears. And then we're going to take our cutout, drag it in right from the file into TyranoBuilder, into that thing. Then we're going to click on DO. We're going to do the same thing for him. We're going to click on the one we cut out, the PNG, right into there. Okay. Now you can put multiple pictures in here of different expressions. I'm not going to do that right now because I'm only showing you the basics, but you can make it so that, you know, Jongin says something that makes Dio smile, Dio then smiles, that type of thing. Alright, so close that. Now we need a character to come in, so we click on Components, Join Scene, and we'll put it after the background. And we're going to say, let's say Dio comes in first. Alright. Let's see what happens when we press Save Project with a little save up there. Press OK. Let's see what this project looks like. And there's Dio. Hello. Okay, now the message box is kind of low, so we're going to put that up here. We're going to move that up. So the way you do that is you go to this gear, which has a lot of the settings. Go to Message Window. Go to Position. And we're going to move it up. Now, X position is a 0. X position is all the way to the left of the screen. A large number would be towards the right. For Y, the 0Y is the top of the screen, and the more you type in, the lower it gets. Okay, so we're going to have an X position of 20 is fine, because it's not too far to the left or the right. It's just too far down. So we want it to be closer to 0. So we're going to type in 20 here. Okay. Now click on Apply. Click on OK. Let's see what that looks like. Okay, that's good. Now, there is going to be a problem with this, and that's going to be that we have a character name. But first, let's put the character name in, and you'll see. So, you click on this text here, and you can click on this to expand it, or you can just double-click it to expand it. Then we're going to, in order to show who's talking, you want to type a pound symbol, and that'll show up at the top of the screen. So Dio says, well, Dio doesn't say anything. Let's say Jongin's going to come in. and say something. Jongin comes in and says, "Hey, Dio." Now if I press return, it means that they'll have to click in order for the next line to come up. What are you doing in here all alone? Do you need help warming up? And then we're going to click a pound sign, which will make the name tag disappear. Now I'll show you what the name tag does. Okay. Always save frequently. Okay. So you see this right here where it says Jongin, that's the name tag, but we need to move that up here. So let's do that. Click on the settings, message window, name field, and we need to make it, see the Y position, how it's still 381? We want it to be more like 25. So apply, OK, close, let's see what that looks like. That's good. Okay, now we need to have Jongin in because he's talking. So go to resources. Here's the Jongin PNG. This is another way to add a character coming in, I think. And then we're gonna just drag him. No, that's gonna change this expression. I apologize. That's not a good way to do it. So we go to components, say join scene, go up here to the character tab, say Jongin's gonna join the scene. Okay. Now let's see what happens here. There's Dio. Now they're not facing each other. We want them to face each other. Let me show you how to fix that. Okay. So with Dio, you get a positioning tool, and we're going to say where we want him to be. We want him to be right here. And say accept. And then I'm going to go to Jongin, positioning tool. Now I want him to be right here. So I say accept. Now when we play it, well, let's save it. Now when we play it, they should be in the right positions. Oh yeah. Wow, doesn't this work well? Okay, so next step, C. We're going to add another text box. So you go up here to the components, drag text down, put it below the last text box. Dio is going to say, I don't think I can sing tonight. Drag another text box down here. Jongin's going to say, you have to sing. Right? And then Dio's going to ask why. Why does he have to sing? He's having a crisis. D-O says, why do I have to sing? Now this is where visual novels get interesting. I'm going to put a pound sign down here so that the character name disappears. All right, and then we're going to put a choice in. So you go up to components, go to branch button, drag that down here. Okay. Now we want two choices. So that's one. And take another branch button, make another branch button. Okay. Now we need to make these in a proper position, and let's see. We kind of know where our text box is, so we're going to put it in a similar position. We're going to say the X position is 0 or 100. The Y position will be around 100. The width will be about 200. The height will be 20. Now you can change these values all you want. And I click on accept. The idea is to have the buttons in the position you want it, and you don't want them overlapping. So I click on the next branch button. And for this one, we're going to say that the X position is going to be 400. But everything else is going to be the same. 100, 200, 20. Again, don't be intimidated by this. Just play around with it until you get the buttons to the place you want them to be. So I'm going to click on accept. Then I'm going to go back to the first branch button. And actually, I'm going to put in some labels first. So go up here to the components, click on label, put it under there, under the branch button. Get another label. Let's get a third label. Let's put 3 labels down there. And then we're going to put a stop between the labels and the branches. And what that does is it makes it so that after the buttons appear, you don't go straight into the dialog. Alright, so for this, let's see, this label we are going to call me, except. This label we're going to say is fans, except. In this label we're going to say why, because the question is why sing. Don't put any spaces or nothing in there. Just letters and numbers. Why sing? Common. And the reason we say common, you don't have to do that, but the reason it is because so you can kind of keep track of where the stuff funnels back together. Say except. Okay. So for the first branch button, we're going to say, Jongin says, you have to sing for me. Hit accept, and then go up here where it says target, look for me. That's the label we made there. Okay. Then for this branch button, it's going to say, you have to sing for the fans. Alright? Then we're going to hit accept, go to target, fans. Alright? Then we're going to make a difference in what those two things do. So I'm going to get another text thing, drag it down here. This is what it's going to be for when you choose me. Let's see. Jongin's going to say, you have to sing because I can't go out there without you. Alright? That's what's going to happen when you choose me. But if you choose fans, we're going to put another text below fans. That one's going to say, Jongin is going to say, the fans came to hear you. Alright? I capitalize too much pretty often. And I'm going to put the pound sign to make sure that the name erases again. Okay, and then in either case, if you choose either of these, I'm going to put another text down below where they come back together where it says common, because we'll fix that in a second. We'll make that matter in a second. I'm going to make the text for both of them say, Dio's going to come back in, and he's going to say, sometimes I wonder if I have any fans, any real fans. Which we all know he does, but he doesn't know in this case. So now, if we just play through this, it's going to go through both of these because we didn't put a jump in. And let me show you what that looks like. I'm going to press play to preview. There's Dio, there's Jongin. Hey Dio, what are you doing here all alone? Do you need help warming up? I don't think I can sing tonight, says Dio. You have to sing, says Jongin. Why do I have to sing? You have to sing for me. Okay, label cannot be found. Let's check and see what happened there. What do you mean label can't be found? Label should be found. I'm going to save the project. We chose me, so that's this branch button. What? Why can't the label be found? Where's the me label? Here it is. Right here. What's the issue? That's weird. I'm going to click through real fast to see what happens. There it is. You have to sing because I can't go out there without you. The fans came to hear you. Sometimes I wonder if I have any real fans. Alright? Now the problem would be if I chose... oh. Well, it didn't really seem kind of weird, but what happened is it goes through the fans choice also, and we don't want that to happen. So we're going to go to components, and we're going to drag a jump to after the first choice, after the first, so we got our buttons, stop, our first label, the text for our first label, then jump. And that's going to jump to skip this, but we got to tell it where to land. So we click on the jump, target is why sing common. Alright, so that should be good. Let's see, Jongin Jungin's going to say, Jungin's going to relieve KaiSoo. Soo. Jungin's going to say, I know you have at least one fan. I'm your biggest fan. Sing for me. Okay? Then we're going to put the pound sign so that that stops. Right, now I'm going to show you how to make a new scene. So what you do is you go and make sure to save frequently. So you go to Scenes, New Scene. We're going to name the new scene. Our new scene is going to be called Stage. Create. Okay, here's our new scene. And then we need a background. So go to Resources, Backgrounds. Oh, we didn't put it in yet, so I got to drag one in. Say Add File. And then we're going to drag our stage in. Close it. And just drag now our stage has appeared down here, so we drag our stage up here. Now we have a background that's a stage. And we're also going to say Components, Label. We're going to name this the start of the scene, so we have somewhere to point to when we change scenes. So accept, press save, OK. Now we're going to press scenes to go back to the old scene. There's a couple things I forgot to do. Number one, I'm gonna just close this because it's in my way. Number one, we want them to exit the scene at the end of the conversation. So click on Components, Exit Scene. Jongin exits the scene, but let's have Dio exit the scene first. So we go up to Characters, Dio is the one that's going to exit. Then we're going to do another exit scene. We're going to drag that down here. Jongin is going to exit the scene. All right, and then we're going to have a jump to the next scene. So we go grab a jump, drag it down here, and our target is going to be we're not doing target, we're doing location because we're changing scenes. Stage, target, start. That's the start label we put in there. Okay, then click on accept. Let's save this, and let's add some music to this scene too. Okay, we're going to go to Resources, Background Music, or Music, Add File. We're going to put some music here. Let's see, Look Into My Eyes, Butterflies. Alright, and we'll go ahead and put Black Pearl here too. Drag Black Pearl in there, right, and close that. So for this scene, we're going to have Look Into My Eyes playing at the beginning, so I just go to Music, just drag the file up to before the background image habits, and make sure it's looping so it'll just keep on playing. And then that also means we need to stop that song. So you go to Components, scroll down to the end, and we tell it to go to Media and stop music. We're going to stop that music before the jump, because if it stops the music after the jump, it'll never happen. Get it? So save it. Then we're going to go back to our other scene, the stage. And in this stage, we're going to click on Resources. We're going to put the other song in here. We're going to put Black Pearl in here. So I'm just dragging Black Pearl up here, making sure it loops. Might as well just go ahead and tell it to stop later. Stop music. We'll put that at the end. And we're gonna have let's have Dio come out on stage. So we're gonna drag Join Scene before the text and go up to Characters, Dio. Use our positioning tool to put him in the right spot. Accept. And then he's going to say, Dio is going to say, this song is for someone special. You know who you are. He's my Black Pearl. Alright. I'm always capitalizing too much. Okay, and then get rid of the name tag. Let's see how our game plays. Okay, we're going to save it. Now we're going to press this one to play through the entire game. Alright, new game. There's Dio, there's Jung. Hey Dio, what are you doing in here all alone? Do you need help warming up? I don't think I can sing tonight. You have to sing. Why do I have to sing? You have to sing for the fans. The fans came to hear you. Sometimes I wonder if I have any real fans, says Dio. I know you have at least one fan. I'm your biggest fan. Sing for me, says Jongin. There goes Dio. There goes Jongin. Dio's going out there on stage. There he is. This song is for someone special. You know who you are. He's my Black Pearl. Alright, we have a game. It's pretty awesome, huh? Alright, so now we save it. And then you're going to go up to this top right hand corner where it says Export Game. Click on that. You're going to click on Browser Game. Then you're going to export it. And then proceed with export. Export complete, open folder. Yes, that would be useful to know where that is. It's highlighted here. So we're going to change the name so we can keep track of it. KaiSoo Black Pearl. Alright. Now I have a program called 7-Zip. It's free. And what it does is it zips up files. But if you have any other way to zip up a file, do that. So I right click on it, go to 7-Zip, say add to KaiSoo Black Pearl.zip. That creates a zip file. Now that's going to be useful because of our next step. Now we're going to go to a website called Game Jolt. Alright? Now you need to sign up to make an account so you can put your game up. And then once you have your account, click on the dashboard. Click on Add a Game. Read all the rules. Accept the rules. KaiSoo Black Pearl is the name of our game. It's an RPG. It is a work in development. We used the other engine called TyranoBuilder. And this is a KaiSoo game from a tutorial. Alright? And then we're going to add the game. Now, these are the required things you got to do. These 3 things here. Right? I'm not going to show you how to upload a thumbnail. Well, shoot, I'll show you how to upload a thumbnail. Upload a thumbnail. Browse for file. Let's see if I can quickly find where I put. I'm kind of messy. Place for projects, current, TyranoBuilder, tutorial. There's the stage. Okay. Okay. Now we got that. We got that thumbnail. That's good. Alright. Oh no. Oh, okay. Well, it's got to be a specific ratio. You can figure that out. That's not what we're here for. Okay. So you got to set the game's maturity rating. This is going to be an adult game. It's pretty intense. There's probably some drugs. Definitely strong sexual themes. Maybe some nudity later. Gambling is likely. Humor is definitely strong. Language is very strong when things get passionate. Okay, set the maturity rating. All right, and then, why am I still here? Yeah, okay. So then, go back to game overview. We need to add a distribution. So down here, it's third item and recommended to do. Add distribution. So you want to click Add Distribution. We're going to make an HTML game. We got to find that file that we just had. So make sure you know how to get there, which I might not. What did we call it? Now you want the zip file that you made, not the regular folder, but the zip file. So double click on that. Okay, our game is 960 by 640 because we didn't change anything. If you change the resolution, you got to change it here too. And we're going to make it active. Okay, and then we're going to add the distribution. Now while that's uploading, let's see what else. What else do we need to do? I think that's pretty much it. Like once that's uploaded, your game's up, as far as I know. Yeah, if you have any questions, feel free to contact me. I will help you make a game because I want to see these games happen. My Twitter is @CafeFiction. Another option is on Steam, where you have the TyranoBuilder thing. Now, if you go over here to the forums, You can ask questions in here, and people will help you figure out how to use TyranoBuilder if you run into problems. There's an ombudsman on here that does a pretty good job of answering questions fast. You know, look for your problem first, and then if you don't see it, just start a new discussion and ask people how to do it. People like me really like to help. So let's see if our game has uploaded yet. We're getting there. It's processing. Okay. Oh, but I guess we should go ahead and fix that that thumbnail. But I can't leave this page while it's processing. Let's see. We'll open GIMP. I think it's 5. Let's see. We need a new file. I think it needs to be 588. I'm just guessing that doesn't help. Let's see. It's processing. How long is this video right now? I don't know. I guess I'll just stop it. You can figure out how to do the upload, I think, of the thumbnail. All right. Good luck. Bye.